Hi. Next up, we have Mario Behling. He'll be talking about FOSSASIA and how you can contribute to the Python projects under FOSSASIA.
Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? Okay, great. So, yeah, thank you very much here for welcoming me at PyCon. Kushal, thank you very much for bringing here the community topic also into the event. And so community is a very important aspect, and community is also community is the root of FOSSASIA, of the open source community and the free software community that I work with. So it started in 2009, and the goal of FOSSASIA is to improve people's lives. And if you go out of this building, if you go out to Hyderabad, you see a lot of things can be improved, and it's the same all over the world. So we have three areas that we work on. So basically, our core is that we develop software and hardware for social change. So it's not just free and open source software. Now we also need open hardware. I have a few examples here that I will show you a bit later. And the other things that we do is we work on education. We're educating people. We have events. I don't know how many of you know about the FOSSASIA Summit in Singapore every year. Are there some people here? Yeah? Okay, so I see a few are there. So events is a big topic for us. Then we have coding programs. Of course, we are part of the Google Summer of Code program. It's really a great program by Google, but we also have our own programs like CodeHeat, for example. CodeHeat is a program that runs right now. It's not just for students. Anyone who would like to join can join it. And we have hackathon like the UNESCO hackathon, which is happening next weekend in Saigon in Vietnam. And the third area is we need resources. Of course, we can get resources by collaborating with companies, but we also have software and hardware projects that can be used commercially. So this is our third part. Yeah. Who are we? Well, there are really a lot of members who sign up on our on GitHub, for example. Here you see a few core members, and maybe you meet some of them here. For example, we have Akshat here in front, like Akshat, wave to the crowd. But also other members, and they are often in several communities and in several projects. And as we have a lot of Python projects, of course, a lot of our members are in the Python community as well. So here are four of our lead projects, or 5 lead projects that are related to Python. Basically, we run these projects using Flask. For example, we have the Open Event project. So the goal is to have a completely open framework for events, for speaker registration, and so on. Badge.js is to generate badges. The PS Lab, a desktop project, and also the PS Lab hardware project, they are related to Python. Some of you have already visited me here at the booth at C2. So we now have open hardware. This is a really cool thing. Was just done last week. We produced 1,000 devices. It's now finished. We're still producing casing and putting boxes together and so on. But you now can get open source free hardware from the FOSSASIA community. And we try to make as cheap as possible. So right now, our calculated price is $49. But if you have an idea to make it cheaper, go ahead. All the schematics, the complete hardware is online on our GitHub repository. So we're happy to collaborate with anyone who has ideas to work on this. So there is a nice desktop app, but of course, as you know, there's always space for improvements. So please check it out on GitHub, and check out if you can help to improve it. We also have a lot of projects with Python wrappers. For example, Suzy AI. Suzy AI is our project that is comparable to Alexa Echo or Google Home, where we try to build a complete open personal assistant. Okay, so let's move on. So how do we scale up? So we have more than 3,000 members on GitHub, but not everyone is contributing always. People take time off, people come back, and so on. So this is clear. But even with 3,000 members, there's still a large portion with active contributors. So how do we scale up? Like you often see in many communities, they tag you, they tag Hong, for example, our co-founder, they tag me, and then when people say, why aren't you answering, why isn't he answering? So for example, this is one thing that we work on. We try to bring people together on the community channels. So we formulated also some best practices here, and these are ideas that you see here, how we try to make the collaboration easier. For example, very simple thing, if you're a developer and you make a pull request, match your pull request with one issue. Yeah? Describe first, like before you do anything, open an issue, see if anyone has some feedback, and then start to solve this issue, and then say this pull request fixes this issue, yeah, and will also automatically close. Yeah, some might say here, some advanced, it's super easy, but it's actually very important to tell this to newbies as well. Then another thing is provide test systems. Sometimes people contribute and they write the code, but we don't see really that they tested it themselves. They didn't even test the button, yeah? So this is something, every developer should be the first tester, yeah? Yeah, very important. Another way to make it easier for reviewers, yeah? People say, oh, why is my PR not getting reviewed? Like, can you do it faster and so on? For example, provide a screenshot really showing that it works. Okay. Then, for example, only change what you actually describe in the issue. Don't change some other things. Maybe other people will work on other things. Describe what you have in the issue and in the pull request. Help each other to review PRs. Not just core contributors can review pull request. Like the community, ask the community, can you review my pull request? Can you check it out? Go to the channels. If you want to speed up the process, do that. Help each other, really. Test first before making a PR. I think I wrote it twice to really underline this idea. And document while coding. Yeah, some people say, oh yeah, let's get the documentation done at the end. I think really take a step back, document while you are coding. And avoid private chat. So if you really just ping the core developer all the time, and this developer maybe receives 20 private messages, can't really answer. Yeah, it's just not enough time. So go to the channel and ask the community, work with everyone. And I think these are some ideas that I wanted really to share when I heard about the chance to talk at PyCon, because I think it could help a lot of projects. There are many more guidelines of our best practices. Please check it out on our blog. So now is the question, okay, I contributed to projects here in FOSSASIA, but how can I go the next step? Many people ask about Google Summer of Code, but it's not the only program. And yeah, the challenge with Google Summer of Code is if you don't get in, then what do? Yeah? So we try to create more programs. We have the CodeHeat program that's on codeheat.org. We have the Google Code program, by the way. It's starting next month. It's for 13 to 17 years old. Is there anyone here actually 13 to 17 years old? Are there any people here 13 to 17 years old? Yeah, not seeing anyone. I met one person today, but if you have a sister or brother, ask them to check that out and do it. There are more programs, internship program, advanced developer program, so you can do this. Just simply go to the website. There is a link, apply, it's a drop-down menu. You will be redirected to a form and you can join us. Okay, so I want to show you a little bit our, move to our websites a bit to give you some insights. So this is our start page where you can find more information. You can subscribe. There's a blog, there are links to our events also in previous years. So we now also have an Open Tech Summit in China, for example. And there are, of course, links to our GitHub page. So this is our GitHub repository. Here some important projects are here on the top. Yeah, you can see we have a lot of Android projects also. We have server projects. We have a trend that we try to separate the front end and the back end completely, something that wasn't always done in the past. So we'll often find that. And you see there are contributions all the time, 20 minutes ago, 21 minutes ago, 35 minutes ago. So it really feels cool to be part of, yeah, this community is really active. we're using Gitter, but we're also looking at other solutions, for example, for chat. So yeah, usually every README file will have a link to the Gitter channel. So there are many different channels for different groups. For example, the SUSE AI channel, more than 1,000 members who can help here. There's a very active channel, the FOSSASIA starting channel, where it's very good for newbies. Yeah, so it's easy to log in. Just go to gitter.im and use your GitHub login. Okay, so but like it's actually not all. Like not all the repositories that we, not all the developers we work on are on the FOSSASIA GitHub. At points like there was also a decision to make like separate GitHub organizations, and we even have more. For example, this project here, LogLog, is a project to collect large amounts of data. We see a tendency like that Google, Twitter, Facebook, of course, they want to control their data sets, and like there are many scientists, there are many communities and companies, they want to know what's going on in our channels. And this is a project, for example, to collect large amounts of data. It's the distributed harvester LogLog. So that's also on loglog.org. You'll find all the links. Another project that I just mentioned is the hardware. You'll find it on PSLab.io. Yeah, there is a firmware, there's a hardware schematics, everything is on it. And people really ask me, like, really, can we produce it? Yes, you can produce it. So there are previous links here also to the project and so on. Eventia, I also mentioned it, is our open event project, and we have a hosted solution which you can check out on this, and you can use this. So we use it for our own FOSSASIA Summit. And yeah, there are more events here on the website. Badge, okay, it's still loading here at the moment. Okay, and we have SUSE AI, the artificial intelligence for personal assistants. Let's make this complete stack open. There are also like a lot of tools already. For example, there is a bot creator. You can create your own bot. There is a design. You can create your own design. Have like different colors for your design. Make your own intercom kind of thing, but completely open, and then embed it on your own website. I think I don't have enough time to go into details, but I want to make you guys curious. So I hope you come then to our booth, which is like C2 in the back. And we have many events. If you want to connect with us directly, please come to the FOSSASIA Summit. The next one is from Thursday, March 14 to March 17, 2019 in Singapore. So not everyone has the chance to go there, but maybe if you become a contributor, you can have the chance. So please do join our Code Heat contest, become a top contributor, become a finalist, become a winner, win a trip to the FOSSASIA Summit next year, just a few months away. So the contest of Code Heat, you can join at any time, and the main goal is that you contribute, and the main evaluation is also that you contribute. There's all the information on this website. Please also follow us on our channels. So usually you follow us, find us everywhere under the FOSSASIA tag. We have a Twitter channel, we have Facebook, everything. Cool, so that is a conference network here. Okay, so this was like a very quick and fast wrap up here. We're getting to the end, so the question is, what's next? Please come to us, talk to us. I'm here, Akshat is here. Many people here are at the conference who have worked with one or the other way with FOSSASIA and who can give you more information. Use FOSSASIA projects at home, for example, like check out how they can help you. And if you have any idea for improvement, come back to us and help. Become a developer, of course, participate in our events, or become a sales partner, right? I mean, like, this is hardware. It actually does cost money to produce it. So if you have ideas to sell it here in India, please come to me and we can talk about it. Meet us here at PyCon. Tomorrow we have open spaces on the second floor, starting in the morning. So that's also a chance to go more into details, because at the booth there's not always enough time here to do that. Or if you are traveling around the world, please join us at one of these events soon. So we are at the UNESCO Hackathon next week in Saigon in Vietnam. We're at Edinburgh at the Open Source Summit, where we will present more the device. We are in Shenzhen at the CCC in Leipzig, in Brussels as FOSSDEM, everywhere. And our main event is at the FOSSASIA Summit, March 14 to 17. And this is by far not all. We have much more things. For example, something that some people said is very exciting is this, what I have here in my hand. It's a device that we are working on with some friends here from Germany. It's a brainwave collector kind of thing. You can scan your brainwaves, has a very high resolution, and that's the next open hardware project that we're working on. So we really need a lot of people to collaborate with us. We have so much in front of us, and like a lot of it is Python. You guys are experts in this, and it would be great to connect more with you. Thank you very much, and yeah, have a good conference here, and thank you.